Alright, welcome back. Uneasy calm in Ibàdàn as reign of terror sparks anxiety. Alright, the news in details. Residents live in fear of assassins, gangsters, others. OPC threatens fire, brimstone against hoodlums. We are on top of situation. Oil government. Alright, the news in details. A myriad of bloody clashes between different gangs in recent times has put the peace in the Ànxiéty city of Ibàdàn under severe threats. No fewer than 11 people were reportedly killed in a bloody clash between hoodlums and members of the Oòduà People's Congress OPC last week, after which an on-air personality and another resident of the city were violently killed. There are fierce worse days ahead of residents over rumors of reprisal attacks. Innocent Duru and Ṣẹ́gun Ṣówùnmí reports. Alright, and then onto this following the bloody clash between members of Oòduà People's Congress OPC and some hoodlums around in Lende, Opo, and then Abebi area of Ibàdàn last week. Residents of the hitherto peaceful communities have expressed fears that the crisis may be far from over. Judging from the modes of operation of the concerned groups, the residents fear that there could be reprisal attacks which could be bloodier than the initial clash. Some residents who spoke with our correspondent said they could no longer sleep with both eyes closed because of the havoc wreaked by hoodlums who appeared to have taken over the affairs of the communities. Checks in many parts of the city, especially the remote areas, revealed that hoodlums had converted strategic spots into joints where they engage in drug abuse and reckless consumption of alcohol. Many landlords and innocent residents said they dare not challenge them as they are always prepared to crush any opposition to their wayward lifestyle. A resident of Opo, Mr. Nojim Ajibade, said the area had been notorious for violent activities, adding that the trouble fomented by hoodlums in the area had become unbearable. He said, as we sat in front of our house on penultimate Friday, the next thing we saw was a multitude of boys coming from the direction of Opo and then Uñéàsy, and then carrying various dangerous weapons. We had to run for our own safety. We could not go anywhere on Saturday for fear of gunshots from the hoodlums. The fight was still on till yesterday. Last Saturday, nobody could go out. Most of the boys are cult members who do not have any means of livelihood. Although the situation is now calm after some steps taken by elders in the community, we still want the government to protect us. Security operatives should be deployed here permanently to forestall further breach of security. Opo, Oje, and the adjoining communities are reputed for availability of foodstuffs, fruits, and other edibles in large quantities and at cheaper rates too. The people are afraid that they are fast becoming breeding grounds for criminals. Adewale Oni, a resident of Ayeye who is worried about the crippling fears in the city, said the problem is almost an everyday occurrence. Ibàdàn is no more peaceful. Hoodlums are having a field day, and I don't think the government is capable of dealing with the situation. All right, and then when the hoodlums strike, they attack businesses and innocent people. This has created serious anxiety in the minds of the people. In our dear operations in the academic area, in broad daylight about 2 weeks ago, they stopped a tanker that was conveying petrol and then asked the driver for money. All right, the tanker was coming from Lagos. When the driver could not give them money, they got jerry cans and then siphoned his fuel. That is the situation we have found ourselves in Ibàdàn. The hoodlums are free ends. They do whatever they like in the open. People now go into their houses before nightfall to avoid falling victim. If you attempt to challenge these boys, they will attack you. They have gangs that unleash terror on people. A provision seller at Inalende area, who identified herself simply as Ashimiyu, said that business activities in the area had been paralyzed because the security situation in the area had become worrisome in recent times. She said, "We fear being attacked by the hoodlums. We couldn't open her shops because many shops were looted during the clash. We heard that the clash was between OPC and hoodlums. The boys came in large numbers, attacking themselves with dangerous weapons including guns, cutlasses, axes, and others. 3 OPC members were killed during the clash." One of the community leaders in Abebi area, who is also the coordinator of Tawunil Muslimin Oyo State, Alhaji Abdul Rashid Raji, said the elders in the area had taken steps after watching the trend of events, and it seemed the police could not curtail it. All right, according to him, a meeting was held with leaders of the hoodlums at Opo area and the OPC at Inalende separately, during which they both agreed to resolve the matter. Alhaji Raji said, "We summoned the leaders of the thugs to a meeting on Friday, telling them to go and calm down their boys before the incident would go out of hand, and they agreed." All right, and onto this, we have listed and then submitted the names of all the thugs to the chairman of Ibàdàn North. Security agencies and stakeholders had a meeting on Wednesday, and all the parties involved agreed to resolve the issue amicably. This environment is very notorious because it is full of thugs and then gangsters. Part of the security measures we put in place was cancellation of the annual street carnival. We have also warned them not to loot any shop whenever there is a fight between them and their colleagues. All right, my people, onto this, a lot have been said so far. Well, our prayer is that the good Lord will bring calm in Oyo State. Well, majority of things have been said. I think there is need for security wise, because insecurity had ravaged the city, in fact the state as a whole, and majority of people are complaining about Governor Seyi Makinde. Well, our prayer is that the good Lord will make things work out for good. All right, and then that has been it on this one, my people. Meanwhile, let me have your take on this, and remember to subscribe for more updates. Thanks and God bless.